As the goals, I am actually going to be, we're going to teach slope through the slope intercept form. It is an 8th grade content. So the first thing that we would do is I would have this on the board. We would, both of us would be standing at the door as everybody entered, and I would put this on the board, find a partner, and gather materials for this particular lesson. We would have them grab a marker board, a marker, eraser, and graph paper.
And then from that point, you would count your rise over run. And remember, when we're seated, that we have already discussed this, so this was discussed in the previous day lesson.
At this point, after Bella Grace read that, I would go over the bell ringer and
we'll show you an example on the board of exactly what it should look like on your paper.
Does anybody have any questions for us?
AJ will start our lesson for the day. It will be to introduce the slope intercept form. You have y equals mx plus b, and that's, you should already have that written down on your paper. Let's look at what m stands for. What do you think m stands for? Can anybody tell me then what the b stands for? Okay, let's look at some examples.
Okay, on the examples, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sometimes that happens in real life when we're co-teaching. M is 2/3, and my B, which is in blue, is 1.
I would be walking around to make sure that everybody was able to get that on their papers and checking your boards and making sure that you understand where we were at this point. We'll have each of y'all to pick a, y'all can break up in pairs or small groups. So somebody tell me what you think the M would be on this one. Just guess if you're not sure. That's why we're doing this, to learn.
What about the B? Plot the B first.
The last two examples would strictly be for them to work independently with their group. It would not be demonstrated until the very end. We'll show you a copy, a slide of each of these of what the students should have got and what they would put on the smartboard. And each student that gets up as they present, they would have to actually talk here and actually they would become the teacher during our lesson, and we would observe from the backside and walk around and make sure that everybody was understanding this new concept.